I know you've got them because everybody has diet thoughts. In your head, they make so much sense and they sound so true. But not only are these thoughts not true, they're holding you back from losing all the weight you want. So today, we're exploring 4 diet thoughts you can let go of right now. Listen, anybody can help you lose weight after menopause by restricting yourself and using willpower, but my zone of genius is helping you lose all the weight you want and keep it off forever by changing your mindset. Welcome to the Get Your Goal podcast, where ambitious menopausal women come to lose weight for the last time. I'm your host, Paula B., certified life and weight loss coach, author of Mind Over Menopause, and former yo-yo dieter. When you're ready to change your mind about weight loss, I'm here to help. Let's get your goal. Hello, my lovely goal friend, and welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to dive into our topic today. Letting go of your unhelpful thinking is a piece of the weight loss mindset puzzle that often gets overlooked, and I get it. I mean, it's so much more pleasant to write affirmations to yourself on your mirror, or to make gratitude lists, or count your blessings, or celebrate your wins. Everybody wants to feel good. Me too. But skipping over the yucky parts of your journey isn't doing you any favors. In fact, not releasing your diet thoughts is the exact reason you're either struggling to lose weight right now or the culprit behind why you've gained and lost weight, like me, so many times in your life. As long as you continue thinking, quote unquote, diet thoughts, you'll continue being on a diet. Letting go of your diet thoughts is actually the key to having complete diet freedom, to being 100% finished with losing weight and maintaining your goal weight easily for the rest of your life. So, let's dig into 4 very specific diet thoughts you almost certainly have rattling around in your head. And how do I know you're thinking them? Oh, because I found them in my own noggin when I was losing weight in my 50s. And let me be perfectly honest. Even after I finished losing weight, I worked really diligently on finding and releasing the unhelpful thoughts that had kept me gaining and losing the same 30 pounds half a dozen times in my life. And the 4 thoughts that I'm sharing today came directly from the pages in my journal. And over the past several years of coaching other menopausal women inside the Get Your Goal membership, I've noticed that almost everybody has either the exact same or very similar diet thoughts. So the process for letting go of unhelpful diet thoughts is shockingly simple. Observe that you're thinking a thought. I know you're waiting for there to be more to it, but seriously, this is it. Observing a thing changes that thing. And today's podcast is actually a mini workshop, and we're going to observe these 4 diet thoughts together. I highly recommend that you listen to this one someplace where you can pause the audio with each thought and really focus on slowing yourself down and doing the work. Because yes, observation takes quite a bit of concentration, especially if you haven't practiced it before. What often happens instead of observing your thought is that you'll judge the thought for being wrong, or you'll argue with it, or you'll try to push it aside, or you'll try to find the silver lining to it. And sometimes we do all 4 of those things almost simultaneously. You might notice yourself getting really antsy and fidgety and impatient while you're doing this work. And that's completely normal too. In fact, noticing that you feel squirrely or argumentative or annoyed is fantastic news, because that means you'll really feel the contrast when you observe. Observing your thoughts feels completely different than just thinking them. Like, you know how satisfying it is when you finally get your fingernail in between a sticker and its backing? It's like that. It's like pulling apart 2 Legos of the exact same size that you pushed together really firmly because you were totally afraid that that particular part of Hogwarts Castle was going to be too flimsy. Or like finally loosening your fingers and putting the scissors down after you've been cutting out teeny tiny flower shapes for your preschool students to glue haphazardly onto their spring has sprung art projects. You know what that feels like. And really, so do I. When you observe your thoughts instead of thinking them, you will actually feel the physical sensation of release, letting go, just like the title of this episode promises you. Inside the Get Your Goal group, I often refer to this observation process as getting a crowbar underneath the thought, because that's what it feels like when you're doing it properly. Like you've pried a sticky, tricky thought up and away from your brain. Okay, are you ready to dig in? I intentionally chose these 4 thoughts for this podcast because all 4 of them are scientifically untrue. So we've already got the claw side of the hammer on the head of the nail, and all we have to do is pull it free. So here we go with 4 diet thoughts you can let go of, aka observe, today. Diet thought number 1. I'm too old to lose weight. I actually have an entire podcast on this exact diet thought, and if you want to listen to it, I will have the link in the show notes. It's literally titled, Are You Too Old to Lose Weight? And the answer, of course, is no. I already mentioned that all of the diet thoughts we're covering today are factually untrue. But let's start this observation process by noticing how the thought feels. It's heavy, right? For me, the thought that I'm too old to lose weight feels really sad. And also notice that your brain is gathering evidence right now for why you think it's true, even though I've just told you it's not. Watch your brain telling you how easy it was in your 20s. You could just not eat for 3 days and lose 5 pounds. Or in your 30s, yeah, it was a little harder. You had to add in some jogging now and again, but losing weight was still pretty much a no-brainer. And even in your 40s, okay, you had to get a little more strict, but at least it wasn't impossible like it is now. I mean, now in your 50s or 60s, you can't lose weight. It's too hard and you're too old. Watch your brain connecting these fictional dots and drawing this completely fictional conclusion. And hold on here for just a minute, because you're just about to start arguing with yourself or with me, and that's not observing. Tune into your body for a quick moment. Notice the drooping shoulders, the heavy chest, the sad feeling, the deep desire to argue or fight back. And then, gently, come with me. Imagine somebody else in your exact same situation, at your exact same age, but who thinks something completely different than you. And you can feel free to use me as your example if we're the same age. I'm 54 at the time of this recording, and I am definitely not too old to lose weight. Do you hear the confidence in my voice? How different that sounds from believing that you're too old? You don't have to jump directly to the thought, I'm not too old. That's not the point of what we're doing here. We're observing that your thought is a thought. We're noticing that there's more than one way to think about age and weight loss, which therefore means that your thought is only a thought and not a fact. Tune into your body again. Do you notice that it feels a little bit looser, a little bit more open, sort of curious or interested instead of just sad and heavy? That right there, that is what observation feels like. You're not eliminating the thought or eradicating it or pushing yourself to believe something new. You're simply observing. You're loosening your grip on the old diet thought. You're letting it go. Diet thought number 2. I must be eating too much or doing something wrong. How familiar does this one sound, right? Like literally every day that you step on the scale and it has fluctuated up a little bit. I know. I have definitely covered the science of this one before, though I honestly couldn't tell you which episodes of the podcast I've mentioned it. Briefly, your body is performing billions of processes every minute of every day. So your weight is constantly fluctuating. True weight loss can only be proven over a stretch of time and never from day to day. And even though, of course, you understand this logically, when your brain offers you this thought, it feels so true. And not just true, but like anxiously true. Urgently true. I have to do something right now to fix this. True. Tune into your body and notice that really uncomfortable, fluttering, flapping, squirming, squeezing sensation. And then come with me and let's observe. This thought is a sentence. Picture it written inside of a book. Notice the words. Notice the letters forming the words. A really quick note to the side here. This is why written journaling can be really helpful, because you can literally see the words forming a sentence on a page. Your brain, like the author of any really good novel, has chosen these words to form this sentence to evoke this particular feeling inside your body. And like any skilled author, your brain could alternatively choose different words to form a different sentence, to create a different feeling, depending on what story it wants to tell. Right now, your brain is telling the story of you doing something wrong, but it could totally tell a different story. Now again, don't try and force yourself to choose a different story right this minute. Simply observe that you're telling a story at all. Come back to your body. It's a little bit less jittery now, right? Now don't be looking for complete calm. You're not evicting this diet thought from your brain. You're just prying it up a little with the crowbar. You're letting it go. Diet thought number 3. I can't eat fill in the blank here, food or type of food, because it's, again, fill in the blank, not healthy, bad, etc. I will freely offer you my specific thought that I've observed in my own brain, and it's this one. I can't eat pizza because it's fattening. Now, I know you have some version of this, and in fact, you probably have a lot of thoughts like this, because we all grew up hearing that some foods are good for weight loss, like cottage cheese or salad or rice cakes or fat-free ice cream. And some foods are bad, like pizza or hamburgers or full-fat desserts. Scientifically speaking, there's absolutely no truth to this sort of thinking. All foods have calories, and when you are too far over or too far under the amount of food that your body needs, it will choose to store fat in order to keep you alive. Okay, but the science is definitely not the point here. You've heard the science, but your brain still hands you this diet thought on the regular. So let's observe that. When I think this thought, I feel very sadly indignant. Like I want to pout my lip and stomp my feet and cross my arms and shout, "It's not fair!" Inside my body, the feeling is simultaneously heavy and tight. Tune into your body. What sensations do you notice right now when you're thinking that you can't have something you love to eat because it's bad? And now, come with me. Let's observe the thought as a thought. Picture your brain as a little cartoon character with a little pink brain for a body and little legs walking around and little arms carrying a little cartoon thought bubble that says, "I can't eat pizza because it's fattening." Can you let yourself see this thought in kind of a silly and a funny way? Come back to your body real quick. Is it lighter? Looser? Even a tiny bit means that you are observing. You're not changing your entire worldview. You're not suddenly able to eat anything you want completely guilt-free. But you've gotten yourself out of the stranglehold of this diet thought, and you're letting it go. Diet thought number 4. I'll never lose weight with that many calories. Okay, my friend, I know for a fact that you are thinking this one because I get emails and comments and DMs on the daily. And just like all of our other diet thoughts, this one is scientifically false. Your menopausal body needs to be in a slight caloric deficit, which is different from the huge caloric deficit it used to be able to work with when you were younger. Science aside, though, let's observe this thought in your body. For me, this one presents as certain and inevitable doom. The sour stomach, the twisted, sneering lips, and a caved-in chest dragging me down, down, down. There is a very good chance that you just picked up your phone and decided to check your email or play a quick little game of Candy Crush right now, and I want you to know that that's completely normal. This feeling is really uncomfortable, and I want to get away from it too. But come with me, because we can observe. And here's how. Picture all of the places that you've heard people talk about calories before. All of those, so-called expert opinions telling you that 1,200 calories is the only acceptable weight loss number. You have seen that in magazines you've read, or in conversations you've had with your friends, in your calorie counting app, or in online articles, or, oh my God, all those in-game ads for weight loss gummies. Now, imagine every one of those as soap bubbles floating around you. There are dozens of them, hundreds even, but they're not solid. They're not true. And you can pop them one by one. Not true. Pop. Not true. Pop. Not true. Pop. Take your time popping the bubbles. Feel yourself loosening up and letting go of this diet thought. You have done really brilliant work here today, my friend. Did you enjoy this mini workshop and all of the embodiment work? This right here is the secret sauce of mindset work. It's not just your brain thinking your way to your goal weight. It's your brain and your body working together. And if you liked this observation practice, you, my friend, will actually love the Get Your Goal membership group. This podcast today is exactly what we do in the weekly coaching calls and with the video learning library and even inside the community conversations. And my friend, I would love to see you inside. Consider this your personal invitation to join us. There's a link to learn more about the group and sign up in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you again soon. Hey, thanks for listening all the way to the end of the podcast. My friend, there's no better time to lose weight, and there's no better way to do it than with the 5-0 method, my free weight loss mindset guide for women over 50. It's simple, sustainable, and backed by science. We start with your mindset because your body only goes where your brain goes first. This is the thing that's been missing from all those other weight loss programs you've tried. Download your free copy today at getyourgoal.com